Okay, so Merry Xmas everybody by Slade. So let's break down each section. So we've got the intro, which goes like this. So we've got a series of chords there. So we have B flat 5, which we're going to start with our first finger on the first fret of the A and third finger on the third fret of the D. Play two of those, then we're going to take our first finger off and play those two strings again. So now you've got 0 on the A and 3 on the D. Then you're going to keep your third finger on the D and then bring your second finger over to the third fret of that low E. Take your second finger off and move your first finger to the first fret of the E. So throughout this, the first two bars, what we're going to do is keep our third finger on the D string, on the third fret, and then just move the lower note. Okay, if you're struggling with the stretch there, maybe use your little finger on the D string, and then try it again. Okay, that's the first two bars. On to the next two bars, we've got a D sus4 into a D major. Now, if you know D major, just play your D major, and to play your D sus4, you just whack your little finger on the third fret of the high E. So, if I just quickly break that down, a D major, you've got your first finger on the second fret of the G, third finger on the third fret of the B, and second finger on the second fret of the high E. And then you play from the D string, so you've got an open D in there as well. And then to make it a sus4, all you need to do is put your little finger on the third fret of the high E. So you start with a D sus4. Okay, so and that's the intro. So I'll just demonstrate that along to some drums. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and there you have the intro. Okay, on to the verse. We've got a series of power chords here. So we're going to basically be taking the same shape that we do in the intro on the very first chord, but place our first finger on the third fret of the low E and third finger or fourth finger on the fifth fret of the A string. I tend to like playing my power chords with my first finger and my fourth finger, so just like the rock horns. So the rhythm that we're going to be playing the first two bars in is da 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 da. And the quavers are swung here, so rather than straight going, they're going to be like this. So they're swung. So that's the difference between straight and swung. So straight is, so you're delaying that upstroke. Okay, so we start with a G power chord, then an E power chord, and then we go to a B power chord on the A string. So, one more time. And you might notice that the strum pattern that I'm doing there is down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. Now if you're struggling with the strum pattern, you can just do it all down picks. You might feel that it's a little bit rushed there, so it's a bit more even when you involve upstrokes. Okay, so that's the first two bars. Second two bars, we've got a D5 and this kind of bluesy pattern. So, you know, that typical 12-bar blues pattern. But here we're going to start with our first finger on the 2nd fret of the G and have an open D string. And we're going to play 2 of those. Then we're going to put our 3rd finger onto the G string on the 4th fret. And we're going to play that note and then pull off. So you've got... So the pattern is 2 D power chords, then the pull off from 4 back to 2. So one pattern would be, and then you just repeat that pattern 4 times. Okay, so let's play the verse along with the drums. Okay, and there you have the verse. Okay, on to the pre-chorus. So the pre-chorus again consists of power chords. It's a fairly simple song and quite a fun one to play along to. So we have a C5, so C power chord, so that's 3rd fret on the A string. Remember the rock horns. Then a G5 on the E string. So we do that twice, so we repeat those 2 bars. So we got... Same strum pattern as the verse. Then we're going to go to the next 4 bars. So that's an A5, so open string on the A, 2 on the D, back to the C5. Then we're going to do that pattern that we did in the verse, the bluesy pattern. And that's the pre-chorus. So, just to break that down one more time, it's the C5 to the G5, so C power chord, G power chord. So that's twice, and then we go on to the A5, the C5, and then that D5 with the bluesy rock and roll pattern. So let's play the pre-chorus along to drums. Okay, and there you have the pre-chorus. Okay, on to the chorus. So we've just got a couple of sections left for the song. So chorus just consists of power chords. So we have a G5, then a B5 on the low E, then a B flat 5, and then a D5 on the A string. And it pretty much repeats that. It's just we're going to strum most of them, and then the second time we do those chords we hold the B flat 5. So we have okay, so that's the chorus. Fairly straightforward. Just power chords, same strum that we were doing. Down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. Remember to keep it swung rather than straight. Okay, so let's demonstrate that along to the drums. There you have the chorus. Okay, on to the last section of the song. So the structure of the song is intro, verse, pre-chorus, chorus, verse, pre-chorus, chorus, and then you've got the bridge. So after the second chorus, you've got this bridge. Now we're going to play a D minor. So that's first finger on the first fret of the high E, third finger on the B, third fret of the B, and second finger on the second fret of the G. Now, usually you would play it with an open D string, play 4 strings, but we're just going to play just the 3 strings that our fingers are on. Now, we're going to, just for this song, instead of using our third finger on the third fret of the B, we're going to switch that to the 4th finger on the third fret of the B. And that's because the second chord in the bridge is a B flat major, and it will make the transition easier if you just plonk your third finger onto the third fret of the B, and then when you go back to the D minor, just take it off. So, we have this for the bridge. So 4 times D minor, 4 times B flat major, and then you repeat that twice. Okay, so you have after that, you're just going to go to a C power chord, third fret on the A, and then a D power chord, 5th fret on the A. Just 4 strums each. Fairly simple. So, if I play that through slowly, so we got... the bridge. Now with those chords, the D minor and B flat major, you might notice that I'm stopping them quickly after I strum them. Now that is called staccato, so you want it to be short and snappy, which is what staccato means. So the way I'm catching that is just catching it with my picking hand as soon as I've played it. Okay, so let's demonstrate the bridge along to some drums. And there you have the bridge. Okay, so after the bridge in the song, it just goes back through the verse, pre-chorus and chorus, and then it ends. So, not too much to this song, but I thought it'd be quite a fun one to teach on YouTube. So I hope you enjoy this, and I hope you play it at Christmas.